For more than 2,500 years of financial history, one pattern keeps appearing again and again, yet almost nobody talks about it. Every currency that has ever dominated global trade eventually loses that dominance. Not some of them, not most of them, all of them. Empires rise, technologies change, borders shift, but the same cycle repeats through time. If we go back to ancient Athens, we find one of the earliest examples. Athens controlled rich silver mines near Laurion, and that silver became the backbone of its power. It funded a strong navy that dominated the Mediterranean and helped Athens rise as a leading force. From that wealth, Athens minted a silver coin known for its reliability and purity. Traders across different regions trusted it without hesitation, and it became widely accepted far beyond Greece. At one point, Athens even tried to force other regions to adopt its currency as the standard. But when Athens lost its military strength and political control, its currency also lost its dominance. Power behind the money disappeared, and the money lost its reach. The same pattern appeared in Rome. Rome built a strong silver-based currency that became the foundation of its vast empire. For a long time, it was stable and widely trusted. But over time, Roman rulers began reducing the silver content in their coins while keeping the same face value. This allowed them to create more money to fund wars and government expenses. At first it seemed manageable, but gradually it destroyed trust. People started noticing that coins were no longer what they used to be. Prices began rising, savings lost value, and the economy became unstable. Attempts were made to control prices through strict laws, but markets reacted by shutting down or moving underground. Trust could not be restored once it was broken, and eventually the system collapsed. In the Eastern Roman Empire, a different approach created a very different outcome. A gold-based currency was introduced with extremely high purity and strict consistency. For centuries, it remained stable even while surrounding regions faced wars, invasions, and political changes. Merchants across continents trusted it because its value did not change with time. But even this system was not immune forever. When financial pressure increased, rulers began reducing the gold content. The change was slow at first, but once it started, trust weakened quickly. A system that survived for hundreds of years began to fall apart in a much shorter time. In the medieval Islamic world, a vast trade network connected regions from Spain to Central Asia. A strong gold-based currency supported this system and allowed trade to flow across long distances. At the same time, early financial tools, such as credit-based trade agreements, helped merchants conduct business without carrying physical money. This system worked because it was supported by political unity and a strong commercial structure. When that unity broke due to invasions and fragmentation, the monetary system also broke into separate parts. In China, one of the earliest forms of paper money emerged when merchants began using paper receipts backed by deposits of metal coins. Later, governments introduced official paper currency, creating a system far ahead of its time. It worked effectively for a while and supported a large and advanced economy. But over time, excessive issuance of paper money created inflation. As confidence weakened, the system lost stability, and eventually the use of paper money was abandoned in favor of more trusted metal-based systems. Centuries later, Spain became the center of a truly global currency system through massive silver production in the Americas. Silver coins circulated across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, connecting economies that had previously operated separately. For the first time, a single currency had global reach. But the system depended heavily on continuous silver supply. When production declined and economic structure failed to evolve, Spain's dominance weakened despite the global reach of its currency. India, during its economic peak, produced a large share of global output and had a strong trade network across the Indian Ocean. Its currency was widely respected and circulated across regions. But over time, external control and economic restructuring reduced its industrial strength, leading to a long-term decline in its global position. In Europe, Venice built one of the most trusted currencies of its time through strict monetary discipline and strong trade networks. Later, the Netherlands advanced financial systems, further by developing early stock markets and modern banking structures. Both became highly influential, but changes in global trade routes and rising competition eventually reduced their dominance. Britain later became the center of global finance, supported by industrial power, naval strength, and international trade networks. Its currency dominated global markets for decades. But the cost of maintaining global wars and empire building drained its economy. Even though Britain did not lose its wars outright, the financial burden shifted global power toward the United States over time. Today, the United States dollar sits at the center of the global financial system. It is supported by deep markets, international trade, and strong institutional infrastructure. But like every currency before it, it operates within the same historical forces that have shaped all monetary systems. Rising debt, geopolitical competition, and the emergence of alternative financial systems are all part of the same long-term cycle that has appeared repeatedly across history. Across every era, the pattern remains consistent. Military or economic power creates trade dominance. Trade dominance creates currency dominance, and currency dominance eventually leads to overextension, pressure, and transition. Every civilization believed its system was permanent. Every one of them was proven wrong over time.